There's a lot of things to like about him. I think Hampton will be a first round pick, but especially in a draft class like this that is so deep at the running back position, I think of the different ways they could go with that 12th pick. And I think a wide receiver, defensive lineman, maybe even a corner. To me, that makes a lot more sense in the first round, and then wait until day two and get my Caleb Johnson, get RJ Harvey. There's just so many running backs in this class that I think can help upgrade this team's running game, and they can get a better player there at 12 overall. To me, the position I keep coming back to is wide receiver. This is a different wide receiver group than last year. There's no Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr. If Brian Thomas, who went in the 20s last year, if he were in this draft class, he would be the first receiver drafted. So it's not necessarily a super strong receiver group, but there's still talent. There's still good players.
What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. You know what it is. We stay in these work streets. You feel me? But we're talking more draft. We talked some defensive tackles yesterday. Make sure you check out that video I did yesterday, because it's going to be poignant about what you're going to be hearing today. Before this video even started, you're going to hear some stuff that happened. Dane Brugler, ballyhoo draft guy, the guru of the draft, he's the man. Dane is the man, right? And yesterday I said, I don't want no running back. I don't care if it's Omarion Hampton. I don't care how good he is. He's probably going to be a dog. I don't want that, because there's too many other running backs you don't have to reach. Even if Genty was there, I said, I've been stout with it. I'm not changing. I don't care. I don't want Genty. Even if he dropped to 12, y'all can say I'm crazy. Y'all can say I'm delusional. Y'all can call me stupid, whatever you want to call me. I don't want a running back in the first round, because there's too many good guys that if you already got a guy there, there's just too many good running backs in this draft where you feel like, oh, if you get this one, he changes everything. I just don't believe that. He's going to make your team good, but he's not changing everything. And you got too many other things going on. So I'm going to let you listen to that. You're going to hear that before you hear me. So tell me what you think. Now, this video is kind of to receiver or not to receiver. That is the question. Because right now at this 12th pick, I told you, I'm on team trade back, right? I'm looking at the teams, and I should have had the names right here, because I just looked over some of the teams that were below Dallas that would possibly want to jump ahead and get a player. But, once you get out of that top 10, you may not want to jump and leap unless somebody who you didn't think was going to fall off the top 10 falls out the top 10. Then you want to start fielding calls to see what you can get and what you can finagle, right? So I'm hoping something like that happens, to where Dallas has the choice to say, hey, how bad do you want this player? Let's give me up some picks. Give me a 4th rounder back and give me a 2nd rounder. That's what I'm on. Another 2nd or another 3rd and getting that 4th back. That's what I'm on. So that's why I want to trade back. And I've already said, Luther Burden was the darling of the draft in the very beginning, but people are soured on him. I don't care about what people are souring on him. That dude's a good player. Now, when people are saying he's just the crazy explosive, he's explosive enough. He's not Matthew Golden explosive, but that 4.4 is, he plays really fast on the field. Getting away from people all the time, I didn't see that all the time, but he's a damn good receiver. I was a 5-star guy coming out of high school too. He's a damn good receiver. And that quarterback over there in Missouri last year was atrocious, so I can see why his numbers dipped. But if you were able to get a trade back, then I would even Ibuka from Ohio State, I like him. And somebody said yesterday, why wouldn't you take him? You say he's a CD Lamb clone. CD Lamb's a dog. I get that. But I don't want 2 CD Lambs. Understand how I'm saying this. I don't want 2 CD Lambs. I want somebody who's different than CD Lamb. So it gives you a different option. I don't want 2 of them. I want a different option than that. I want some explosion. So CD Lamb can be CD and work you on the slot, work you on the outside. You can just put him in so many different formations. Whereas, and whoever you get, if you get an explosive receiver, which we're going to talk about, that man opens up life on the field. He opens up things underneath. Double teams start happening when that man can take the top off that defense. Then CD Lamb is even better. So that's why explosive works. And that's why I don't want two CeeDee Lambs, because Ibuka is more of the number 2. He's been a number 2 the whole time at Ohio State. Yes, he's will leave Ohio State as like one of the top all-time receivers in receptions, yardage, because he's been there the whole time. But he's been a solid number 2. He's never been the threat of the number 1, because other guys come right in and he instantly becomes a number 2. You get what I'm saying? I want a guy who can be a number 1 too. A number 1. I want 2 number 1s. I don't want a 1 and a 2. I want 2 number 1s, because if you're paying at 12, I want another number 1. I don't want a number 2 at 12. That's why I don't want Ibuka from Ohio State. You give him to me later, that makes more sense to me. But not at 12, when I feel like if you're taking him at 12, then that's a difference-making receiver. Just like Dane was talking about Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas went, 21st? And he better than these receivers now. He went 21st. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I'm staying away from Ibuka at the 12. I like him, but not at the 12. I just feel like he's a number 2. So why I want to do that at 12? And then when we talked about Burden, I don't want to do Burden at 12, but Burden at 24, 25, I'm doing that. That's why I said with the trade back. Now, here are the 2 names that everybody's talking about. McMillan, I don't know if he visited, but he was on the 30-30 day for Dallas. And then I believe Matthew Golden is coming in today. So I'll make this short and sweet. I'm so torn between these 2. We did a show of Burgers and Blitzes about 3 weeks ago, and Mike White was pushing Golden, pushing him. And I'm like, hey, I like him, dog. He a dog, but I don't know about 12. So I had to go back on tape and watch and watch and watch and watch and watch. And the more I watch him, the more I started leaving liking him. You know, I like Texas as a team. I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing between these 2 receivers, first McMillan. McMillan came in 5-star recruit. Dog. From freshman day he hit campus. Animal. I think he had like 38 catches first year, like 500 to 700 yards. And then he went ballistic the next 2 years. 1,300 yards, 3,900 yards, most ever in Arizona history. You know, he played against elite competition, did very well. You know, they say the Drake May comparisons, I get it because of the size and what he brings, but Drake May, to me, is a dog, but is he the number 1 dog? Like, if you have CeeDee Lamb and Drake May, who's going to be the number 1, who's going to be the number 2? Is they both number 1s? See what I'm saying? So, understand how I'm saying this. McMillan, I like that. Okay? I like that 6'4", 220. I can't lie. I like the 6'4", 220 because when's the last time Dallas had a 6'4", 220 guy, right? And I said I would take that if I was in the draft and he was there. But that's if Matthew Golden is gone. So here's the thing. You looked at McMillan's arm length. I think he's like 31.5 inches arms, and Matthew Golden is 30 inches and 5/8. That ain't that far off. McMillan has 10-inch hands, big hands. Golden, 4 inches shorter, has 9.5-inch hands. So it ain't like his hands are that much bigger, right? 4.5 speed. He's really a 4.5 guy. And you got a guy who really is a 4.2, 4.3, and he really plays to it. Stephen Jones said, I want an explosive number 2. I'm not going to say McMillan's explosive. He can get downfield. He can body you. You can watch him. He doesn't have to gear up to run, but you see it is more built up speed. Teams can get physical with him, even with that size, at the line of scrimmage. When you have a CeeDee Lamb, yes, you're going to love him with the 50-50 balls. Just throw it up there and go up there and get it. Maybe the pass ain't great, but you go up there and get it. But are defenses going to roll that coverage because they're scared of him getting deep on them? I know you can play him in the slot. I know you can play him on the outside. You can play him multiple. But are defenses going to roll because they're fearing what McMillan's going to do to you? That's what's standing out in my head about Golden. when Golden get in there and you already got a CeeDee Lamb and Golden can really get deep and we can really use that when he's nice at the top of the route, in and out of his brace, can manipulate, can play the X, Y, to Z, can play the slot, can manipulate the routes, can take the top off, good on comeback routes. McMillan is too, but I've been going back and forth. If there was a choice of both of them two guys were available, if there was a choice and both of those two guys are available, remember we in these streets. So I'm gonna just end it like this because I don't want to, go super long on the video. Matthew Golden, McMillan. I'm going with Golden because that 4.29. When's the last time Dallas ain't had a big body like that? But they got a big body in Jonathan Mingo. Okay, they spent that 4th round pick, and I'm not hyping him. All right, so ending it like this in these streets, I'm going with Matthew Golden for the main reason why. If I'm hoping somebody take Tet, and then, or if he is available, you could maybe use him as a bargaining chip. I ain't hating on him, and I love that size, but like I said, they got a big body receiver in Jonathan Mingo, 6'3", 220 pounds. The other guys have good height. Jalen Tolbert's about 6'1", Jalen Brooks is about 6'2". You feel me? So it's not like they don't have some height. What Dallas don't have and hasn't had in eons, a legit fast guy. I mean, let's think of Terry Glenn, Joey Galloway. They didn't work out greatly, but boy, that speed, it changes things. And I just feel like Dallas hasn't had that type of speed in a long time. It's not like he's a small guy, 5'11" to 6 foot. He's about 200 pounds, so he ain't little. And I just feel like when you watch his game, he's a touchdown machine. He was getting touchdowns since his freshman year at Houston. He had 7 touchdowns, I think, his freshman year at Houston. He knows how to get into the end zone. And when you continue to watch him, just like what Mike was telling me, he left Houston to go even better competition. And when he played against that better competition, he played very well and showed up. So in the biggest moments, he shows up, the speed shows up, the hand shows up. He's not a body catcher. He catches the ball with his hands, can really manipulate the route, the top of the route, very good footwork, good acceleration, knows how to gear up, gear down, knows how to track the ball. I like him. And I just feel like if you had him and then you blend the other guys, hopefully a Mingo could really step up because then you could use that big body and have that speed and then CeeDee. Then the receiver threat looks better, right? So I'm not counting on Parrish Campbell. This is a guy right here with legit speed that really could help the team. And at 12, I could jump out there and do that because he plays the biggest in the biggest games. Y'all tell me what y'all take. There's a choice between Tet McMillan and Matthew Golden at 12. Who are you taking? Y'all let me know. Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.